Yeah. So hello and welcome to this edition of Meet the Filmmakers, where we meet filmmakers and we ask them about their experiences, we ask them about their insights, and hopefully we get something very interesting. And today we have Ivetta, who is originally from Russia but living in Germany. And I knew Ivetta from my time there, and she was one of the most talented filmmakers that I met in Russia. So we're going to have an interview with her and see how her process is, her insights, and her reasoning for what she does. So, hello, Ivetta.
Hi, Michael. Thank you for invitation. It's really so cool to be part of this interview. Thank you very much. I'm very glad to see you after so many years.
Yeah, it has been quite a while. Okay, so let's jump in straight away then. We're going to have a little chat about your early aspirations to begin with. So, growing up in Russia and studying at University of Film and Television, FIT, I thought it was funny, it means whale, yeah, in St. Petersburg. What inspired you for your initial interest in filmmaking?
Well, how I already mentioned before, I started like a teenager. I don't know, watched some art house films, and one of them inspired me um, so strong. It was Wings of Desire from Wim Wenders, who actually studied at HFF Munich, at my film school, where right now I'm studying. And this film showed me how films can be in other perspective, in other way, how can this film support you in the hard life, how it can be so deeply message that you don't want just after film, I don't know, go and do something. You need to thinking about what you watched right now. And I think then I started to understanding, okay, it can be really popcorn films and art house films, in good way art house. I mean, some movie directing films. And I started to read what is it, film director. And one of my favorite film director was always Quentin Tarantino. I think in my family, he was the favorite one. We had all his old films. I don't know if it was good, like a child, to watch Quentin Tarantino films, but I watched it. And after this was it was experience with Wim Wenders films, and I started just to realize, okay, what kind of professionals it, who make these films, how it goes, what is the functions. And then I read, okay, it's film directors, they make this and this. And I a little bit try do it my own small short films with my own camera and some school friends. And then I found that in St. Petersburg we have very famous, good one, film university. And I decided to try my power there. Maybe it's happened something. And after long preparation, I got a place in films classes.
Cool, cool, cool. I remember coming to the premiere of your film, and I'm pretty sure I watched your graduation as well, like with the other students.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
pretty sure I
yeah,
was there. Yeah, yeah, I was there watching your graduation and that sort of thing.
absolutely.
So, how did your education in St. Petersburg at Peter Kid and now your education at HFF, how have they shaped your approach to storytelling and directing?
Mm, so I think I thought about this actually already many times, because somebody always asked me, okay, where it was better, or where the second film school, then you have already one, but they are so different. And I learned different stuff from both of them. And right now I combine in my directing work process, combine both of methods which I learned in both of the schools. I think my education in St. Petersburg provided me with a solid foundation in classical directing and an understanding of a narrative structure. For example, there I learned to work with dramaturgy very deeply. I mean, we had there big dramatical theater, all Stanislavski, Mikhail Chekhov, Tovstonogov. I mean, it's not Russian, it's Soviet Union basic classical dramaturgy, which is so strong, and you have just in blood, you learn it, and you learn the emotional depth of characters. It's very important in St. Petersburg Film School. But at HFF Munich, I gained practical experience working with international teams, which is very, very important. And for example, adapted to modern approaches in filmmaking, including experimenting with visual styles, with different genres. And this experience helped me develop a balance between traditional methods and innovations. Yeah, because I'm always thankful for everything what I learned in St. Petersburg for dramaturgy. This is what was for me not enough in Munich, but Munich Film School, it's a very modern, one of the best on the world, and they have so many opportunities to make many experiments. We have always the new technic equipment, new camera models, like Ari, Ari, they give us always to taste, to work with new models, and after this it will be sent to Hollywood. And of course, these opportunities that you are not only in this classical storytelling with a low budget, because you can't allow to make too much with technique, and that's why you need developed strong story in Russia. In Germany, you can allow it as well to use modern tools for storytelling, and this is what I liked. Or for example, HFF Munich learned many American methods, how you work with actors, and this is as well I found very productive for my work with actors. Yeah.
Cool. Super interesting. So 2-2, I know it as Dva from Russia. It went on and it was very successful on the festival circuit, winning lots of awards. So why do you think it resonated with people so well?
Actually, this is my diploma film from St. Petersburg University, and more success I got in other countries, not in Russia. For example, I got Grand Prix in Armenia and in Spain, some and in Germany as well. We got like rating, receive rating valuable, and I thought maybe because of the theme of the film, I showed it about cancer by teenagers, how the young people will be faster adult than they have cancer, and as well I combine it with a classical book from Solzhenitsyn. So I know that in Russia it was a little bit critical because I was allowed to film some classical book, and I was not, I don't know, enough adult or enough experience that I work with so strong literature material. But for example, in other countries it was very many good feedbacks, and as well in Russia when we had art house or so small shows from our films, then we got as well very positive feedbacks from our audience, just like normal audience, normal people, not our professors who just like critical show everything. Yeah, I got many messages with thanks for film, for emotionals, for catharsis which people had in this film. I tried to work very sensible with so painful theme like crabs, like serves, and my team as well was so passionate, and we worked 1 year for this project, and I think this is why I hope people liked our film, and as well some of the festivals, because we were very honest what we did, how we make storytelling for this sensible topic. And yeah, so maybe like, I don't know, I was one of the first who show as well not bad drama story about cancer, but one love story, and in background was like cancer.
What was the motivation for telling this story? Was it the text, or was there something more driving you?
Um, Actually, uh, yeah, it was some emotional trigger. I don't know, by me, because then I um, wrote this text, and it was one dialogue between young girl who right now has cancer, and her worry, it's not how long she will be live, but how she will be looking, how she will look in bikini at the beach without breast. And I thought, yeah, why we always think only, I mean, it was so concrete, it was so authentic, so honestly, only this thinking from one poor girl who has right now this. That's why somehow it was input why I started to develop this story, to show from other perspective how the young people fight, and which kind of worries and problems they have when they have cancer. But it was not this the main topic. I mean, the main topic was love, and cancer. It was like, yeah, the conditions or in situation where they were, um, and I don't have cancer, but somehow that this one just one dialogue from this young girl about her and bikini, and how it will be for her without breast to be, and at the beach. It was so emotional push for me that I thought, okay, I need to make a story about this, and to show it and explain it. And my actress, she was wonderful, she was so brave enough. And as well, I mean, it was many years ago, the film is already pretty old, but we show naked breasts, pictures, and it was as well a little bit so not everybody make like this. It's, you know, Russian censor and so on. And yeah.
Cool, thanks. Okay, so yeah, since moving to Germany, from what I know, is you've gone into advertising, and you've done quite a bit of advertising, developing concepts for people like Porsche, Coca-Cola, Volkswagen. So a lot of filmmakers do work in advertising. So what lessons has advertising taught you, and how has it influenced your approach to filmmaking?
So I love advertising. I really think that it can be very good format. We have many wonderful like masterpieces, advertising, like short films. Of course, they are not so commercial like a typical advertisement which we normally watch, but I want to have, so I want to invest in my future as well, time in to make new advertising. So, but lessons which I got, for example, one of the best for me, it's storytelling timing, because in the advertising you have not so much time. It's a short format or super short, and you need so um, meticulous, frame per frame, decide how your message will be delivered. I mean, it's very good exercise for filmmaker who make only films, to learn about timing. Because sometimes we watch films and we think, yeah, it's cool, but in some scenes it was too long, it could be shorter. It costs of this 90-minute format. You think, oh my god, it's not bad, then here it will be something longer, and here. But in advertising, you know how exactly in a couple of frames you explain the story, because it's like so short and you need to learn it. And for example, I like wow effect and in advertisings, and I try to use it as well in films. And for wow effect, you as well need to prepare very good storytelling structure with in the right moment your audience have some emotional jump and have this wow effect. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, interesting. So on the kind of topic of these different genres, so you've navigated quite a few genres between short film, advertising, feature film. So how do you approach, how does your creative process switch or take similarities for these different genres, these different formats rather than genres? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically it's only question of the timing, uh, how much time I have for preparation. Because, for example, of course, when we speak about advertising, there's you have only one day for shooting. I don't know. Nobody will be invest half of the year for preparation. Um, for this one shooting day, or you have luck and you have, I don't know, some very huge project, but we like speak about some regular projects. And of course it maybe I adapt my creative process because of the timings that I need to be faster in so projects like advertising or some small passion projects. And of course, I won't invest so much time how I can in preparation for full-length film, because by fiction film, it's so important. I mean, you should, I don't know, maximal, maybe you have 30 shooting days. It's like maximal what we can right now imagine. And um, but your preparation can be, I don't know, a couple of the years if it's small budget. If it's not so, maybe your debut there, you don't have much money. And mm, we have in Germany like rule that you need to invest so much time in pre-production, and with every invested day by pre-production, your production time, your shooting time will be better and effective. And of course, when shooting, you see always all the time you see that something was wrong by pre-production. Shooting time always show this, and yes. But so basis, I mean, basically, I would say maybe as well I analyze my audience. Of course, I understand advertising is it's commercial aim. I mean, it's some other um, um, points which important that I need to sell something, and in the film I don't sell. I mean, I tell the story. Yeah, okay. I sell maybe emotions or my message like author, but it's some kind of other structure for me, you know. It's so
Cool. Yeah, we're kind of selling the lie we want everyone to believe, whether it's advertising or film. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So pitching. You had this success in pitching the Christian Goster
just
Award. Yeah, sorry for my pronunciation. Yeah, so you won this award for pitching. Pitching is always a process that filmmakers struggle with. We always are looking for ways in which to be more successful in it. Why do you think your pitch was successful?
Yeah, I first of all, just shortly explanation. It's one advertisement um, in Hamburg, famous festival for like
Okay,
young people.
can you just do your answer again? We had a little bit of delay in the
Hmm?
yeah. So
So I won Christian Köster Förder Prize in 2023. It's in Hamburg. It's one of the important competition for creative people. They just started in their professional life, and it can be support with 20,000 euros budget for your idea, and some distribution value for 15,000 euro that you are advertising your film will be shown as well in cinemas, but in advertisement program. So, and my pitching was about Boubacar Tangara, one refugee from Mali, and how he created, he's a football trainer, and he created his own refugee football team, the first one, and he, what I found so cool, that he reunited people from different countries and continents as well, which in normal life hate each other because of the political, religion, or some other reasons. And for him, it doesn't matter. He just wanted play football, and he created a family. It was I pitched this, I don't know, 1 year, 1 year after the war started in Ukraine, and I'm half Russian, half Ukrainian, and that's why for me it was like as well emotional trigger why I want to explain the story, that Boubacar was for me example from somebody who just doesn't care which kind of nationality you have. For him, it was important that, and it is important which kind of personality you are. And he created from so different people, so one of the best team, and they are so successful right now in Germany that they right now always go up with their winners, and in one of the highest Liga. I don't know all rating, but they are so cool. And I think it was right zeitgeist, it was right timing. Then I pitched my story because it started to be not only in Germany but in different countries. So conflicts which splitted people, and we started to find light, more reason to hate each other. And for me, it was so important to make a story which union people together. Doesn't matter how naive it sounds, but that was my reason. And it started to be, we have in Germany AfD. It's so political party for people. I don't know. This is you need to cut. So, because when German people hear my interview, they will be criticize me how I explain political party. But yeah, I mean, in the world and in France, in Germany, it start to be. I mean, in Russia, it's so awful with very radical moods. And my story, my pitch was in the right time, I think, because so this story I already got 2020. I met Boubacar, and I already wanted to start promotion his story and try to find some, I don't know, money budget for shooting a film about him, but only after a couple of years, because of the time spirit, I got this prize, I think. Yes, and we were with my team very passionate as well when we present the story, and I'm very thankful that we got this prize, that we couldn't to shoot this film, and I think right now we need more stories about some stuff like this, that maybe we started again learn to understand each other, and it make us stronger than we just split and, I don't know, hate each other.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Hmm. Yeah,
more
I know. Yeah, it's a very strange time in which we live, but yeah. Okay, so let's get away from politics for a second and get back to
yes.
your directing style. Okay, so how do you approach working with actors in your creative team? Like Russian technique, from what I remember, is quite different to European technique and how you go about doing it. So, what is your style? How do you approach working with actors and working with like a creative team to kind of bring your vision to life?
um well, I always flexible, but I have some of the points which I use it all the time. One of this is important. First of all, communication. Then trying to, first of all, looking for my crew or cast. I speak with people and share my vision and the message which I want to explain in my story. And if we are not in the same wave, or we don't share the same feelings about this message, then I think it will be complicated to work together. um, but I always tell that everybody in my team is totally free for some creative ideas, suggestions, feedbacks. It's not like, I don't know, I tell everything and people just need to do it. I don't like this style of work from movie directors. Um, I have a beautiful experience from Sofia Coppola, the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola. We met her a couple of years ago in Munich, and she made some small workshop for female filmmakers. And Sofia Coppola was, she was so pretty. She was in so nice white dress, and she was so calmness and quiet. Her voice was very quiet. And then he told that by one film shooting, I forget which one, her father visited her by shooting, and he criticized her that you must to speak so loud, you must to be strong, you must to be like bossy and powerful, and you need to show that you are here the director and nobody else, and please to be more confident, and very important that you are very loud. And she told him, okay father, stop it. I like my directing style, and I feel me comfortable in this way, and my team feel it comfortable. I don't need to be like you with your way of directing, which for nowadays is not in every country acceptable with so domination. And that's why for me it is well important that every crew member feel first of all comfortable, and that they are not only part of film production but of film creation. I mean, they as well bring many creative inputs in my film, in our film. And that's why I think why this why our team, by my, I say, last projects, so strong together, and so like really family, I don't know. Too stupid, but it's really feel like a family. And I always open to hear this, to hear some ideas. It doesn't mean that all ideas will be in the film if it doesn't matched with our message which we want to explain. And with actors, I as well combine different methods. I actually can't understand then a movie director use only one method, all the time. I mean, it depends of the story. It depends of your cast, your actors. You always looking for different ways how you can your actors that you can yeah to create this beautiful connection between you and your actor, and he will be or she understand what you want and make it. I mean, it's a magic process which you can't so structure, and that's why I combine. But honestly, Stanislavski system helped me a lot when it's really by maybe first, second reading of scripts, then you need to analyze more deeply what about is it, and after then we go, for example, scene per scene or dialogue per dialogue. Then I like sometimes use American methods where it's more about emotional connections, and you don't think with your head, but you try only to feel with your heart. Before it was a little bit complicated for me without some logical structure explain what means actor role in the story. But right now I found it's good match, good variation for me combine these two schools, actor schools.
Yeah, I think also like there's quite a bit of variation between the British and the American in different styles as well. I think every country has their own kind of little style, and then
Yes.
you put them all together, you blend it up, and then you find your own version. But yeah, for me, it's probably the most difficult part working with actors because you kind of have to tailor it and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so Ivetta, on to the final question for you, which is about the future. And I know it's hard to talk about a present with the global situations, technology, and everything like that. But as you evolve as a filmmaker, like what stories do you feel most compelled to tell these days, and what do you hope to achieve in the next phase of your career?
Um, right now, I prepare my diploma film, long film, um, as well with one social thematic. It doesn't. So I understand that for me right now, important to make films that somehow doesn't matter how, but make this world a little bit better. I know it's so as well Instagram motto, but honestly, I won't concentrate me on the dark stories. It's enough in real life, and my professor um, in St. Petersburg explained us that it's very easy to show some dark story. You don't need to be so creative for this. It's because it's so many, just take it and show. But it's very complicated to show what will be after this, how you solve this problem with darkness, how you find the light, which kind of perspective you can have. So this is what I think the new generation of artists can be maybe take, because right now we see a lot of reflection in the art cause of so horrible stories in real life. Of course it will be reflected in the art, but I don't see too much maybe decisions. Yeah, okay, it's dark story, but how can we make it better? I mean, give me some idea, some chance, some little light spot in this dark story. And this is what I right now think I want to invest my time, my lifetime, my skills, my experience only in stories, which somehow help people right now. But it doesn't mean it must to be a social drama or something like this. I like fantasy, I like fairy tales with some mix of genres. The most important that it not waste the time of me or of my audience, that I make something good with my film. And I have big interest in of very original creative advertising. I want to make my portfolio brighter with different styles of advertisings. One of my dream it make one cartoon for children, but I have already script and idea, but it will be something totally new for me. And yes, it's like must be a little bit wait right now. Yes, and if I have this luxuous opportunity to make films, then I want to use it and make it really good with stories which maybe help somebody in the dark time. How, for example, the film from Wenders, The Wings of Desire, which I mentioned at the beginning, helped me before. And why? Yes, it's like a circle, of
Mhm.
everything, of experience. So yeah, it many plans, but actually absolutely realistic right now. You don't know what's happened next day. That's why I try to plan just step by step for some small periods of the time. And I'm focused right now of my first big film, full length film. And I know that I need very much, so I don't know, maybe couple of years for realization of this project, but I will do it. And if somebody want to join my team, you can write me. I'm looking for right now for team. Yes, actually I can have many plans, but it's a new year, January, and normally people make big list with big plans for the next year. I have as well one, but it's everything about only filmmaking.
Cool. Thank you very much for that. Okay.
Thank you, Michael, for this wonderful interview.
Well, you are more than welcome, and thank you for your insights. So, yeah, it's been a pleasure having you, a pleasure hearing from you, and we all wish you the best with your projects and look forward to seeing them soon.